Well, I'm from Liverpool. I'm from an area called Liverpool 5, hence L5 Alive. We're born and bred on it. We're just born and bred Scousers. I love my city, and that's why I try and promote this message in there. We love the Beatles as well. You know, that's who put us on the map. That's how most of you Americans know of Liverpool, is through our Beatles, our group of lads from our city who smashed it. And there's loads of groups of lads in our city doing the same thing that can smash it if they got the recognition they deserve, instead of it all going to London. But anyway, I'm from a rough council estate, a rough inner city area that is full of love and care. It is what it is. You know what it's like. It's just the same as America, but less guns. It's the only difference. In America, you've got guns like in a sweet shop. Here, you haven't. If we had guns here, we'd have the worst gun rate in the world. Trust me on that. We're lucky we don't have guns. You're lucky you have them.
So what was school and family life growing up in that area like for you?
School, I don't really want to go into it, but I touched it, got expelled at 13, whatever, moved on. I was into the care system at 15, moved through it. It was just a rough upbringing. You had to fend for yourself. There was no help from anyone, really. You know, it is what it is. The only people that looked after you was your neighbours. That's gone now. That community sense isn't there no more. That's being broken and fractured.
So in Liverpool then, how did you start to fall into crime?
I fell into crime through the lack of education, basically. You know, I got expelled from school, and within the 12-month period, even that was wrong what they'd done to me. I should have been placed right back into another school, but no, they left me on the street for 12 months, then suspended me. But in that 12 months, that's when I got caught up in the influence of crime.
So what was the early stuff that you were doing?
With us living close to Liverpool's football ground, you know, it was a great day every match night. We just robbed cars, rinsed them. I know it's wrong, but we had to eat, we had to fend for ourselves. Some of us are coming from homes where the mums are more interested in the bottle of wine they're getting for the night instead of your chips or your dinner. So you've got to fend for yourself, you've got to grow, you've got to be able to adapt to the environment you're in.
And you're from quite a big family. You had a lot of brothers, and we've got a video about your brother in prison. Do you want to explain, you know, your relationship with him and who he is?
Well, Danny's my youngest brother. He's 10 months younger than me, so I'm 42 now, he'll turn 42 with me for 2 months, and then I'll change to 43. It is what it is. We just got dragged into the system when we were kids. We didn't know, we just got dragged into this system and adapted to it and gone through it. Danny's not taking it. He's proper anti-authority because of what he's been through. He's been getting battered by groups of men since he was 11 years old, Danny has. You know, so when he's fighting men when he's 25 years old, it's a bit easier for him now. So when you're hearing these stories of Danny manhandling 10 prison officers, it's true. I've seen it with my own eyes. I know the strength of my brother. I know the volatile individual within him that yous don't see. Yous are only hearing bits of it that they want to let you hear. But trust me, he's a very volatile, deranged individual. And it's not a good thing, but it's what the government have done to him. You know, society or the community never done it to him. It was the law and the system, the establishment, that has damaged my brother, damaged me. You know, don't forget, I was 12, 13 when I got dragged into the care system. I didn't want to go. I never had no choice. People always tell me, well, you've got choices. I didn't have a choice back then. And there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of kids that just have got no choice. And you keep on shouting, well, they've got choices. They haven't. They're getting dragged away from the Mars. They're getting dragged away from the dads. They're getting put into rooms by big men who are slapping them. It's not good. We're young, we're kids. You need to start resonating about what children are going through in this care system, not just in the UK, right round the world. I'm here to represent that. I've got through that. I never turned to medication, or I weren't told I need medication. And if I was told you need medication, I was refusing it. Why? Because if you're angry and you get medication put in you by the doctor, to sedate your emotions. It doesn't just sedate anger. It sedates every emotion in your body. It makes you cold. You stop relating. It is what it is. If you can avoid the medication off the law, avoid the medication off the law. Sorry for ranting.
Well, you're fine. A lot of people we've interviewed, some of them have been through these care systems, and the predators just target these kids, and there's no one to help them. And it's absolutely horrendous. It's out of control worldwide, just like Darren said. Preyed on by paedophiles, preyed on by all these slimy characters. And the government, it's like some of these care home places, like we interviewed Mike Tarraga, the people running the care homes were pimping the kids out to paedophiles and getting money from the government to take care of the kids and getting money from the paedophiles to pimp them out. It's absolutely insane. What chance do those kids have in life then? And the other thing Darren said was about his brother throwing the 10 prison guards around. Danny, that story came on this channel from a prison guard. That's not someone just making this up. I'll put the link in the description box. It's got about 500,000 views right now. Neil Samworth, the prison guard, came on. We interviewed him. If you want to check out what he said, that story was like 20, 30 minutes long. So, Darren, are there any other stories from your younger years you want to tell the audience today before we get to the heavy stuff?
I don't know, there's loads of stories. There's one thing that I just can't get away from, and it's the policeman, this Dave Dowling. For some reason, he was involved in sexual abuse towards me and my brothers, this policeman. He used to deliver me to this place of abuse. So what I can't understand is how this policeman, who was put into my life at the age of 13 on the back of an incident, like a police liaison officer, how he has got the opportunity to get me into a car, into this place to be abused and not be questioned about it is doing my head in. Because I know I weren't the only 13-year-old kid that was getting put through that process. I'm not the only one that's been part of that ring of abusers. There's more of yous out there. If you're suffering, even if you're suffering now, right now, if you're 11, 10, and you're getting told to keep secrets by someone you shouldn't be, and they're saying, don't tell this, reach out, don't suffer, don't be ashamed of what's going on, reach out to someone and they'll listen. It's not a secret. If you've got an adult telling you this is a secret, it's his secret, it's not yours. You don't keep anything to yourself that's harming you. Share it.
There's networks of predators out there, and they've got people in law enforcement, they've got judges, they've got politicians. We've had Jod Wedger on here, who was Metropolitan Police, and he said every time he noticed this, because he was working Vice and started to report it, orders came down from the top to shut down the investigation. That's how prevalent it is at all levels of society. So if you are a vulnerable young person and you're going through something, and these people are telling you to keep secrets, who should they reach out to then?
Anyone they can. Anyone they feel that's smiling at them for the right reason. Anyone that's looking at them and asking, are you okay? Just say you're not if you're not okay. You'll get loads of people that ask you and you think you can't say nothing because you've got this secret. It's not a secret. It's an evil individual trying to manipulate and condition you to abuse you. Don't let it happen, because it happens all the time. And police, there's a long history of sexual abuse running through Merseyside Police. Whether you like it or not, officers of Merseyside Police, you know it's true. You're doing your best to keep it shut and quiet, but it's going to come out. Why? Because I've survived at the hands of one of your officers, and I'm not going to shut up about it. Doesn't matter what you do to me or if you put me into jail. I won't shut up about the sexual abuse that one of your officers has participated in, and I think it's far wide, and it needs to be looked at more in depth. Can we stop talking about the police now?
So you've mentioned that you did a 20-year sentence. So people are now naturally thinking, what were the events that led up to that?
So I've spoke about this on James English's podcast.
Yeah, a lot of people are going to want to just hear it again.
All right, well, I'm going to give you a snippet. I don't want to start encroaching onto James's. I want to keep James's unique, like I want to keep yours unique. That's why you're getting a different story than him. But basically, we had to fend for ourselves. All the people in the local area didn't like me, so we had to battle against them to fend for ourselves. We've got on our feet into the drug game. The guns come out. Explosions have came out of it, so they say. Come to the 6th of April. I'm in a car with my brother, 2 of my friends. There'd been an argument 2 weeks before with me, Danny, and these fellas. I've backed Danny. They didn't like it. They'd come to try and kill me.